Welcome to Applause, a lifestyle series. Hi, I'm Jill Lindsey. Applause is an introduction to inspiring people throughout the worlds of culture, food, fashion, art, and design. Today on Applause, we'll have a psychedelic picnic with designers from Vena, Cava, Lisa, and Sophie. Culinary mastermind Nick Korbee will be creating a signature entree exclusively for Applause. The incredible drummer from the Flaming Lips, Kliph Sculock, will be here to count down his top 10 records. And we'll get a sneak peek into the ACNE showroom for their spring collection. Welcome to Applause. We are here at the ACNE showroom in New York City with our good friend Heather Neuberger, who is going to give us a sneak peek at the latest collection. For those of you unfamiliar with this iconic brand, ACNE is a contemporary clothing line out of Stockholm, Sweden, best known for their denim. And their leather pieces. I fell in love with this cropped leather jacket. The latest collection is exciting, with beautiful contemporary silhouettes, pop colors, and experimental prints. ACNE, we applaud you for your inspiring fashion. So welcome. Thanks for joining us in this lovely picnic. We're here in Fort Greene, Brooklyn, today with designers from Vena, Cava, Lisa, and Sophie. Today I wanted to talk to you both about your collection, and maybe we can start with how you came together, because I know that it's quite an interesting story.
Yeah, the reason why we started our brand basically was because we both weren't included in the senior thesis show at Parsons. And kind of like bonded over that, but we had at the end of our senior year these two thesis collections we'd spent all year on and no venue in which to show them, so we're like, let's just have our own show.
Wow. We didn't really set out to have a line, or we didn't know it would turn into what it turned into. We really just wanted to have like a barbecue to show our friends our senior thesis work. Wow. And then it just snowballed.
That's amazing. What's generally your process for using inspiration?
We spend like a lot of time at the library. That's kind of where it starts. So we don't really talk about the inspiration before we go to the library, and it's kind of cool because it's like this like ESP thing that happens where we come back from the library and we both have stacks and stacks of photocopies and books, and it's always kind of like what did you find? What did you find? And there's always some weird parallel kind of inspiration that works together.
This is the stuff that's in our houses, and it's the stuff that we love, and it really I think helps people understand our world a little bit better.
No one could control the beast.
Books about drugs and books about psychology seem to have like the best cover design. I don't know why. I could totally see this being a Vena Cava print. It's just, I don't know what it is about pyramids and triangles, but we just keep going back to them all the time. I have things like similar to this all over my house, and we always use triangular hardware and triangles in our prints, and it's just like a running theme. So now at this point, every time my dad sees something we do that doesn't have triangles on it, he's like, where are they? Yeah. Where are the triangles? But it's something that people know about our work.
Oh, well, I brought this zine that we made, that we gave out at our last show. Did you see this?
I did.
This is a CK1 ad with Lisa and I.
Amazing.
Superimposed. And this is a Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp, Kate Moss montage. And then this is a bagel. We're really inspired by delis.
Delis are great.
Deli meats, specifically.
Well, I'd like to thank you both for joining us today in a picnic and sharing your inspiration and sharing who you are. And hopefully we'll have them again on the show. So, to be continued. Chef Nick Korbee and I will be making a signature dish for Applause today. Our first stop is at Schaller and Wemmer, the masters of fine meat, to pick up our pork loin and salami. Then we'll head downtown to the Union Square Green Market for fresh produce. And lastly, stop at Saxelby's Cheesemongers to select some fine cheese to complement the dish. Hi, we're back after shopping at the market all day. I'm here with Nick Korbee, and we have some beautiful pieces of meat, some beautiful produce. Nick, what is this meat that we have here?
This is a pork loin with the bone ends, with the chine bone, which is the bone that runs along the back of the loin, removed. That's what we saw Ralph do earlier today. We also have a piece of hand-cut salami, which is like a traditional German-style salami. So we have pork salami and pork loin, which is like the height of summer for meat.
And what have you done so far to prepare the meat?
Okay, so far, following Ralph's expert instruction, I took this very long knife and cut a hole and made a channel from one end of the pork loin to the other. As he demonstrated, the best thing to do when stuffing a pork loin, not to give anything away, is to cut that channel and then put your hands in until they meet in the middle.
Like Chinese handcuffs?
Like Chinese handcuffs, although it's pork, so it's a little weird. Yeah, so that's what I did so far.
Okay. And what are you going to do with this pork?
I'm feeling pretty inspired by a lot of strange ideas, so I want to get as weird as possible here. And I want to stick this meat inside of the other meat and then cook it all together to sort of complement this weird aesthetic vision that I've got going on for this dish.
Great.
So we're going to get a little bit messy here. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to take one piece of this and we're going to put it in the end of this side.
Okay. I'm going to move
like
this
that.
way.
It's a little graphic, folks.
Yes.
But incredibly delicious at the end. All right, so
okay,
here you go.
Here it goes.
You work on that one, and I'll work on the other one, and we should get it done really fast. And we're going straight into a hot saute pan that I have on the stove. Cool.
Delicious.
Yeah, that's great. So we're just going to keep an eye on that. Rotate it, fold it over, take it out, saute some of our great vegetables, and then put those at the base of this big old roaster, pop it in the oven, and in about an hour, we're going to be ready to sit down and cut that bad boy up.
Well, like we said in the kitchen, this show is going to get a little bit dirty. So Nick, tell me what we're going to do here.
So, stuffing the pork loin with the sausage, the summer vegetables, that's all pretty nice and clean, right? So now we're going to get a little weird. We're going to play with the idea of planets colliding. We're going to play with the idea of things spinning out of control. We're going to play with the idea of taking too many drugs and going a little off. Yes. So right now we're going to make sort of a annatto seed flavored homemade cotton candy to wrap around our double stuffed pork chop.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, this sugar is 325 degrees, right?
Yeah.
It's very, very, very hot, and we've got these awesome protective jumpsuits on so that we can really get into it.
You kind of have to go a little fast.
Yep,
huh?
you see it? It's forming like a spider web.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
keep going, as fast as you can, as fast as you can. Faster, Jill, faster, Jill, faster, Jill, faster, Jill, faster, Jill. Let's go. We gotta build this up. It's gotta wrap around a whole pork loin. Come on, this is a workout. This is a workout. Careful, careful, don't burn my face.
So I'm like already burning my
See,
face.
this is what I'm talking about. I think that's pretty good. So we've got this long strand. We're gonna wrap this around a pork chop.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna eat it.
So here we are with our final dish. Nick, what did this dish end up being called?
It's an interstellar pork galaxy with pickled quail eggs and summer vegetables.
It sounds spectacular. Now we're gonna go share it with our friends. So Nick, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks, Jill.
And let's go have fun.
Let's do it.
Don't give us the clap. We don't want that. I mean, it's a beach. We're okay. I feel like we're...
Yeah, her hair's gonna look awesome next to mine no matter what, so.
Hi, we're here at Jones Beach with Kliph Sculock from Flaming Lips. and we're going to talk about records today. So, we've asked Kliph to kind of compile some of his top 10 favorite records of all time. So we're going to start. Who would you like to start with?
Oh, well, we got Pink Floyd Animals on top. So, this was a very angry record that they made in 1977, where Roger Waters basically defined the human race into 3 separate categories: dogs, pigs, and sheep. Of course, none of them are positive attributes, but so it's, yeah, basically 3 long songs with 2 little bookends, and 1 song about dogs, 1 song about pigs, 1 song about sheep. Houses of the Holy, Led Zeppelin. That was the first Led Zeppelin record I ever heard. I think I was 4 or 5 when someone gave it to me on 8-track, and it just, hearing the Song Remains the Same and the Rain song the first time just blew my mind open. I didn't realize it was possible to make music like that.
Yo La Tengo's I Can Hear the Heart Beating is one.
I always liked this album too, like in the fall. I don't know, like just not like Sundays in the fall, just sitting in my house and putting this record on. It's just so perfect. You can just listen to it whenever.
Yeah.
What do you think the Flaming Lips season is then? Because I
don't
have
know.
listened to the Flaming Lips throughout all seasons. I would say that you guys are you're pretty right on in every kind of weather.
Well,
I
nice.
mean, you know, right now we're here, it's cloudy and a little bit rainy,
And,
mildly humid.
I hope
little
it's good weather
damp.
for Flaming Lips music, because we're going to be playing in this
It's
weather
always
tonight.
good. That's what I'm saying. It's always good weather for Flaming Lips.
Close to the Edge by Yes.
Yes.
Great
I'm going to
thing.
have to listen to it because you've recommended it. So
Nice.
I'll let you know how I feel about it afterwards, maybe.
I guess next time I see you and I get punched, I'll know.
Kliph, why?
That was 40 minutes of my life I'll never get back.
Deerhoof's Friend Opportunity.
I mean, I guess I'd say it's like pop for ADD kids or something. It jumps around so much, but not, they're not doing it just to be weird. It's just they are so insanely talented and so insanely full of ideas that there's just so much going on, and they have so much they're trying to do and get across that it's just, yeah, and it all gets crammed into these short, 2.5 minute songs, and this might actually be my favorite record of all time.
Wow.
The Beatles by The Beatles, but it's more commonly referred to as the White Album, for obvious reasons.
But even the songs that I don't like, I think kind of add to the flow of it, and
Yeah.
most of the songs are so short that if it gets to Rocky Raccoon, it's like, well, it'll be over in 2 minutes, and but then we'll get a good one next.
Radio City by Big Star.
And
Let It Bleed by the Rolling Stones. I don't know. This is one of those few records that anybody can put on at any time, and I am into it. To have to have set up that shot is pretty sweet, and it would have had to have taken some time. And then on the back where it's broke.
it's broke. And we're eating cake. Not.
Faust 4. That's terrible. Faust 4 by Faust.
At this point, I realized that Kliph had only brought his top 9 favorite records of all time. So I decided to ask him about the most recent Flaming Lips album and its unique packaging.
Right.
It's actually a gummy skull, is that what it is?
It is. It's a life-size human skull made out of gummy with a little USB thing in it with four new songs.
Yeah.
And actually,
Did you guys test it out? Did you get in there and eat it? And
I took a bite and it was disgusting.
yeah.
I don't recommend actually eating it. Wayne is saying, no, you have to eat it out, and I'm like, no, just stick your finger in there and dig it out. Don't eat it.
Well, great. Well, then I'll have to get a gummy skull and eat through it. Does it come in different flavors?
No, just the one.
Well, I would love to thank you for doing this with us
I'd love to thank you for having me.
and doing your top 10 records of now and maybe all time. And we wish the rest of your tour amazing.
Well, thank you.
And that is it. You've done great.
Thanks.
What's generally your process for using inspiration?
We spend like a lot of time at the library. That's kind of where it starts. So we don't really talk about the inspiration before we go to